When should I hire a fractional CMO? This is a question I get a lot, and the answer might surprise you a little bit because it has a lot less to do with the size of your company. Most companies wait until growth has completely stalled before they actually bring somebody in for strategic leadership. And the problem with waiting until that point is the amount of time it takes to turn things around can cost you not just months, but years in many, many cases. Hiring a fractional CMO is less about revenue markers than it is about, is this the right time for you to be implementing strategic direction? By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly the right time for your business to hire a fractional CMO, and maybe most importantly, when it might be too early. All right, so one of the biggest points is it's not about revenue. When you look at your business, if you have a very clear plan and a very clear direction that you feel confident about, in fact, if somebody came in and started giving you suggestions to change it, and you would immediately say, nope, this is where we're going, that's not when you want to bring in a fractional CMO. And that has nothing to do with whether you're a small business or you're a medium size or you're large. If you're not willing to take any input because you feel super confident about your plan, then there's no point in investing money into somebody who's going to come in and potentially derail you. If you're a small business and you feel like you have no lack of direction, you feel like you're playing whack-a-mole with your decisions 24/7, then it's a really good idea. In fact, you can go into Claude or ChatGPT right now and say, act like a high-level CMO, and it can probably give you a decent plan to even get you started, and it won't cost you a lot of money. Where AI and humans start to pull apart and when it becomes problematic is oftentimes when you make decisions and then you want to analyze them, there's not a lot of experience to look through the lens of that review. Because you have to remember, tools like AI, they're only looking at things retroactively. If they don't have the data retroactively, then it can't make good decisions moving forward. So having somebody come in and actually say, well, here's the landmines that we're gonna face after this because I've already gone through this before, actually helps you make better decisions. So I think using AI and humans as a combination is a great strategy to implement. So here's the signs that you're ready. You've got some proof of concept in your product. You've got some team members, or if you're a medium-sized business, you've got an established team, and you're going into this growth stage and you just don't know where you should prioritize your time and your money. If you're stuck saying, well, should we do A or B or C or all three together at the same time, that's a great indicator that it's time to bring in some strategic leadership. Because the reality is one of those three is probably gonna move the needle the fastest. And the reality is if you do all three at one time, you're probably not gonna do them right. And maybe you're even gonna do them in the wrong order, which could set you back 6 to 12 months. So if you've got some momentum and you've got some trajectory, that's the best time to bring in some strategic leadership. Here's when it's way too early to be bringing one in. If you are literally fighting for every dollar and every day you're waking up in a battle, it's probably not the right time to be bringing in a fractional CMO, because they're gonna come in and they're gonna first say, hey, let's audit everything, and you may not have the time to even give them the details that you need. Secondly, they're gonna say, hey, we need to make some strategic changes, and it might take 2 or 3 months to see the fruits of those labor, and you're gonna be so impatient that you're not even gonna wanna put them in, let alone have the time to put them in. And last but not least, it might be too early if you still believe you're the smartest person in the room. It's one of the biggest challenges that most business owners have, because they've fought their way to where they're at with their own motivation, with their own individual talents, with their own drive. But you should always be striving to put yourself in rooms where you are not the smartest person, because that's how we grow. So if you're worried about having any type of ego clashes with somebody, it's too early for your business. Here's the cost of waiting too long. Every business has challenges that are unique to its industry. And every industry has landmines along the way that blow up and take out half of the business during its growth cycle. Somebody who's been in your industry before, somebody who's grown beyond your current level, maybe 5 stages beyond your current level, knows exactly what those landmines are. So they're able to come in and say, hey, when we do this, here's where our growth's gonna be. But we have to watch out for A, B, and C. And once we get past here and we get to this level of growth, we're gonna have new level, new devil, and there's gonna be this, 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 and this that could derail us, right? So you wanna make sure that you don't wait too long to hit one of those landmines, Because when you do, it's gonna set you back 6 to 12 months. And the problem with that setback is we all have competitors, and in that time frame, 1, 2, maybe even 3 fly right by you, and you can never get a hold of that momentum again. If you're still trying to decide, is a fractional CMO right for your business, then I've put together a second video for you. It's actually in this link below. It's called the 5 things that every business owner should know before hiring a fractional CMO. So go ahead and click it, and we'll see you on the next video.